Hi students, welcome to this video. Now in this video we are going to discuss an important branch of physics, that is current electricity. Okay, so in this video now we are going to discuss an important topic in current electricity. You observe this video, like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel. So in this video now we are going to discuss two important topics. One is color coding for carbon resistors. The second one is variation of resistance with the temperature. Right. So in this topic now, first of all, we are going to discuss the temperature dependence of resistance. Normally for conductors, when temperature increases, the resistance also increases. That means the resistance is directly proportional to temperature. But for semiconductors and other insulators, it is totally different. Okay. So an equation is derived. The equation is RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha delta T. So the equation is derived on the basis of the difference between RT and R naught. RT means the resistance of a material at a particular temperature. R naught means the resistance of a material at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so finally we derived an equation RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha delta T. Here alpha is called the temperature coefficient of resistance. Delta T means the difference in temperature, that is T minus T naught. Okay, so now first of all you should understand what is temperature coefficient of resistance. It is defined as the ratio of increase in resistance per degree rise in temperature to its resistance at T naught. Okay, the unit for temperature coefficient of resistance is per degree Celsius. So with this formula we are going to derive the alpha for conductors and for semiconductors. So now we are going to discuss another sum regarding this formula. So the formula is R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Here this R naught and T naught, they are standard as references. Okay. So for example, if the reference standard resistance is 15 ohm, the value for alpha is 0.004041 per degree Celsius. The temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. The reference temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Then the difference in temperature is 35 degree minus 20 degrees Celsius, that is 15 degrees Celsius. So you multiply it by 0.004, add it to 1, then multiply it by 15 ohm. So finally we get RT. So RT is the resistance at a particular temperature. Now in this sum, the value for RT is determined as 15.909 ohm. So this equation implies that especially for metals, the temperature, if it is increased, the resistance also increases. Okay. Then next thing we are going to discuss the graph between resistance and temperature. Right. So for normally conductors, alpha is positive. That means when temperature of the conductor increases, the average kinetic energy of electrons in the conductor also increases. This results in more frequent collision, and hence the resistance also increases. So the graph is a linear one. Okay. When temperature increases, resistance also increases. So we will get a graph. But in the graph, if you observe deeply, the graph does not start from the origin. The graph starts from, as per the graph starts from 3.35 ohm. So there is a gap between the origin and 3.35. That is nothing but R naught. That is the resistance at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, wow. Right. So similarly for semiconductor, the value of alpha is negative. So why it is negative? When temperature increases, the resistance decreases. So a material with negative alpha value is called a thermistor. Okay, wow. So a semiconductor with a negative temperature coefficient of resistance is called a thermistor. If we draw the graph between resistance and temperature for a semiconductor, a curve will be obtained. We can't get a linear graph. Only for metals we can get a linear graph. So the graph shown in the diagram is drawn for conductor only. So for conductors we get a linear graph. So the next thing we are going to see the carbon resistors. So before going to discuss the carbon resistors, let us discuss about the old resistors which are used in physical laboratories. Normally in physical laboratories, this type of wire wound resistors are used. So it will occupy some more space. Okay, right? It is also heavy in weight and it is costly also. So in order to avoid the defects in this wire wound resistor, presently we are using carbon resistors. So this diagram indicates different carbon resistors. These carbon resistors contain different colored rings. Okay, so these are all the carbon resistors. So the next thing we are going to discuss is how a carbon resistor is made. That is given in the diagram, right? So what is carbon resistor? Carbon resistor consists of a ceramic core on which a thin layer of crystalline carbon is deposited. Okay, so in the diagram, the ash color arrow represents the resistance material, that is carbon composition is indicated. Okay, right? And another thing, insulation coating is also drawn in the diagram. So this is the carbon resistor. So what is the main advantage of using carbon resistor? The carbon resistors are inexpensive, stable and compact in size. These carbon resistors, they easily transmit high energies also. Okay, therefore these carbon resistors are now used in majority of the electrical circuits. So these are all very important. So the important thing in carbon resistor is how to find the resistance value based on the colored rings. Okay, so in the diagram, colored rings are there: red, black, green, white, like this. So there are different colored rings. Okay, so the first digit, first digit corresponds to the red color. Okay, the second one black color, like that. So how to find the resistance value for this type of carbon resistor? Okay, so now we are seeing in the diagram a 4-band resistor is given. Okay, the first one is green in color, second blue in color, third red in color, the fourth ring is gold in color. So first digit corresponds to the number. So green, the value is 5. Okay, then for blue the value is 6. Okay, so therefore 56. For red the value is 2, but the third digit indicates the multiplier, therefore you should take it as 10 squared. So 56 into 10 squared is 100, therefore 56 into 100, 5600, that is 5600. The last fourth ring corresponds to the tolerance. Here gold ring is given, so the tolerance for gold ring is 5%. So totally the resistance value for this carbon resistor is 5600, that is 5600 plus or minus 5%. The next one, so this is another example for carbon resistor. Here also we can easily determine the value for the resistance of the carbon resistor. Okay, so now you deeply observe the diagram. First of all, a blue colored ring is there. So for blue color the number is 6. Okay, then for red color the number is 2. Okay, that is the second digit is red color. Then the third one, it is black. So black is 0. The value for black is 0. Okay. So totally the resistance value is 62 ohm. For gold ring the tolerance is 5%. So the total resistance value is 62 ohm plus or minus 5%. So here a tabular column is given. So this tabular column is used to indicate the first digit value of second digit value, and for each the third digit multiplier, the values are given for different colors. Okay, for example, black color means for first digit means we should select 0, brown means we should select 1. Okay, but red means we should select 2. For example, if the third red ring is the third ring means we can't select 2. Instead of that we should select 10 squared. Okay, so first digit you should write the number, second digit you should write the number, for the third digit you should take the multiplier. Okay, fourth digit now you should take the tolerance. Okay, the tolerance value is given here. So in this way we can easily determine the resistance of the carbon resistor. Okay, so you observe this video thoroughly, you like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel for further more videos. So in the next videos we will deeply discuss about the important topics. Thank you.